Today we're creating one of these. This is a multicolor keychain that's going to be completely parametric, so you can change the name and you can change the size when you are done with the design. So it can be printed on any type of 3D printer, no need for an MS system or multi-head system. You can use an Ender 3 or whatever type of printer you have. So let's get into it. So to start, we have our blank workspace and we're going to create a new component. We're going to call this component Keychain, and then we press OK. Then we're going to create a new sketch, going to use our bottom plane, and we're going to snap our view, and we press R and center rectangle. The values that we're going to add is 300 by 300. This is just a template. The center lines we delete. And then on any of the lines, you just double click and make it construction. Next, we're clicking on our text function from the top left to the bottom right. We enter our text, G code. And now we're going to enter our size of 25 just as a sample, and we're going to center it. I also want to change my font, and I want to make it bold. Then I press OK. Then we're going to make a rectangle, center rectangle, find the center of our sketch, click on it, drag it out. The value is going to be 80 by 30. Then we click enter. We're going to edit our text and we're going to make the size at 18. Then we click OK. We're going to make a line. Construction line. Click and drag it out by 1 millimeter. Circle, 2-point circle, click on the dot and drag it out by 5 millimeters. It should be big enough for your keychain to go through. We're going to make it a solid line. We're going to use the offset function and we're going to offset it by 4 millimeters. We're going to make it a solid line. On the left top of our rectangle, we're going to press L for line, and then we're going to drag it down to our circle. When we drag it down to our circle, you'll see a round circle. Wait for that indicator and click on it, just like this. And we're going to make these lines solid lines. And we're going to trim our axis circle right there. Going to make this line a construction line. Remove this part and this part of the circle. Now we can adjust our values if we wanted to. So our width and our height, just like that. And we can just go back to 80 and back to 30. Next we're going to extrude, and we're going to extrude to -3. Now we're going over to our browser, click on our drop down, click on sketches, drop down, and we're going to unhide our sketch, click on our font or our text, and we're going to extrude it by 1.5. So we can hide our sketch. I hope you're enjoying this video so far and finding it useful. If so, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. It really helps our channel out, and consider sharing it with your friends. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the video. Go to chamfer, and we can chamfer all of our edges. And we're going to chamfer it by 1 millimeter. But as you can see, our edges are quite large between our lettering and our keychain itself. So what we're going to do to adjust this is go to our sketch and adjust these values. So we're going to our sketch, right click, edit sketch, and we're going to change the height from 30 to 25 millimeters, and we're going to finish sketch. As you can see, it adjusts the whole keychain according to our measurements. Let's say we want to add a different name, so we're going to change the G code to Zach. So we just type in Zach, click OK, and now we just need to adjust our size of our keychain to 50, and we can finish. As you can see, Zach fits quite well. You can adjust it according to whatever name you add to it, and you can add any name you want and just adjust it, sizes, whatever you like to adjust. It's all up to you. So one more step that I want to add is just add some chamfers right here and one right here, and we're going to do it with 1 millimeter, and then we're going to export this as a 3D printing file, so you can save it as an STL file to your 3D printed files. I'm going to export it directly to my slicer. Okay, so here we are in Cura. So you can use a different type of slicer as long as you can pause at layer height. So in Cura, what we're going to do is slice it first. We're going to preview, and I'm going to see at what layer does our lettering start. So we drag it down, and there it starts at layer 18. So we take a mental note of 18. We go into extensions, post-processing, modify G-code, add script, and we're going to look for the pause at height, just like that, and we're going to add our value of 18, and we can just go down. There's nothing much else you have to change. What I'm just going to change is standby temperature. I'm going to make it at 215, just to make it easy to know when it stops. This is for PLA, and we are done with that, so we're just going to close it up. And as you can see at our bottom right next to slice, it added that G code. So now we can press slice, and we can just save it and start printing. Okay, so it paused at the layer height, and something I just want to show you real quick is I only had a little bit of filament left on this roll, and I decided to use it for this project because it's always that little bit of filament that you throw away. So these type of projects work well with the type of filament that you only have a little bit left on the spool and so on. So I'm also going to do the same with the lettering on top. I'm using this turquoise color. There's not a lot left on the roll, but we're going to use it. So we're going to press in our plastic just a little bit and then drag it out without moving the head too much. Make sure that you don't move it. We're going to load our next roll of filament, snip off the edge just to make it easier to insert, and then we're going to insert it without moving the head too much. We're also going to press it through a little bit and just making sure that our turquoise color is coming through. And then we're just cutting off the front piece. Just to make sure that it doesn't end up on our print. Then we can just click on our screen and it would resume printing. Or on our button and it would resume printing. And we are done with another video. If you had any problems, please go into our comment section and leave it there. I'll see if I can assist you. And if you enjoyed this and found it useful, please like and subscribe and share it with friends and family. Otherwise, thank you for watching and have a Maker's Day.